Hello students, we were discussing different kind of definition given by different economics. Now already we have discussed wealth definition and welfare definition. Wealth definition was given by Adam Smith, and he has given stress on wealth, that is discussed or criticized by different economics, that welfare he has ignored the thinking of welfare. Now based on that, welfare definition is given by Alfred Marshall. Now Alfred Marshall also was criticized that he has ignored the scarcity problem. Now as time to time different economics has seen that whatever the definition was given, what are the problems, based on that different economics definition was given. So third definition is given, scarcity definition, by Lionel Robbins. As it was told, Lionel Robbins. Now what he given, that economics is the science which studies human behavior. That means he has given stress on that it is a science which will study human behavior as a relationship between ends and scarce means. Relationship between ends, here ends means wants, and scarce means the things or the commodities or the resources which are scarce, that means which are limited in quantity available, which have alternative uses. Which have alternative uses means in the different lines of production it can be used. So based on that only we can write characteristics as it was told earlier. So characteristics, first characteristics will be unlimited ends, as here he is trying to study human behavior. So as you know that human behavior is that we are having unlimited wants or ends. Here ends means wants. So we have unlimited wants means, as you know that the scarcity or was at first video I have explained that need of economic study is scarcity only, as because our wants are unlimited. Once first we will try to complete the necessary wants, and then we move to next wants. So there is a multiple of wants, different kinds of wants are there, and the wants are unlimited. So once one want is satisfied, another wants crop up. That means another wants is in front of our face, that we have to fulfill these wants. So first there is the intensity of wants, that means which wants we have to fulfill first. So the necessary utmost wants, that is clothing, food and shelter, this is the main wants first we have to fulfill, and after that we move to health, education and other comfort and luxury wants. So that is the characteristics. He explained that human behavior is that human behavior shows their wants are unlimited. Now next comes, as it is said, that relationship between unlimited wants and scarce means. So scarce means, by scarce means it was told that the resources are limited. And what are the resources? The resources, it may be land, labor, capital, or whatever the resources are there, mineral resources, which will be needed to produce goods. So that resources are scarce, limited and in quantity, and that resources are in alternative in different lines of production they can be used. So for that resources, since resources are scarce and we cannot fulfill all the wants immediately, that's why we have to fulfill that want only which is urgent and which is foremost we have to complete that one. So that's why scarce means resources are limited and we have to fulfill that want only which are urgent, and so we have to make choice. So that thing only one by one will come, that there will be the human have to decide, make a decision that which one you have to or you have to satisfy which one first. So there is a choice, there need to be a choice that among your wants which one you will satisfy first. Then by alternative uses of means, here as I told, alternative uses of means, it means that different lines of production resources can be used. For example, you can say you have one land, so that land you can use for farming, or that in that land you can establish the industry, or in any other lines of production, or in agriculture also different kinds of farming are there. So which one you will choose, or which one you have to different lines of production or different uses are there, so you have to make choice. And for that, what you have to think that from which choice or from where you will get maximum return or maximum output. That is called economizing of resources. That means whatever the resources you are having, you have to choose in such a way that all the resources, from the resources, whatever the resources you are using, different lines of productions are there. So in which line of production if you will use, then your resource from using resources you will get maximum return. That is called economizing of resources. So, and fourth point is coming choices. So as it is told that different lines of productions are there, you have to make choice. Then different wants are there also you have to make choice that which want you will satisfy first. So as a human behavior, these characteristics comes, that how, according to resources, whatever the resources are there, they are limited resources and their uses are different. So we have to study that which wants we have to satisfy first, then what are the resources where we will use, as because the different lines of production are there, and for that we need choice. That means human have to make choices among all the alternative lines of production. Then last property or characteristics, that economics as a science. Now Robbins has regarded economics as a science. As you know that in science means there are some laws, and from there that laws, here also economics, as you know that we will see in further studies that the different laws have been formulated in economics, and that only Robbins has tried to explain, that observing the behavior of human being on this limited scarce resources and their choices in the alternative lines of production, economics can for, or thus by studying there can be formulated different kinds of laws to solve these problems, that how to use or how to means minimize or minimize uses, or their the output will be maximum, so that wants will be the intensive want will be satisfied, and from their satisfaction we have to choose the line of production that where the resources will be allocated, so that our output will be maximum. So that laws or can be formulated. So that's why it is told economics as a science, since studying the behavior of human or mankind or human behavior, laws can be formulated. That's why it is called science. Now next we will move to criticism. As or in other cases we have seen that after defining, there many criticized the economics who has criticized this definition also. So first criticism was he faced that narrow view of economics. By narrow view of economics, here they have given explanation that he regarded economics as a positive science. Now what does it mean, positive science? But they told that this is not always positive science, this can be normative science also. Now here two new words are coming, that first is positive science and second is normative science. By positive science it means that that means what is the condition, or whatever the study of mankind, human behavior. Lionel Robbins tried to explain that whatever the study we are seeing, and from there we will just say that this is the condition, and so that's why it is saying that that means what we are facing, that is only the condition. But normative science says that what it should be. That means if it will be asked what is positive science, that means you have to say what actually is, that is positive science. And normative science, why it is called normative? That means according to law. Norms means law. So according to law, what it should be. So that also, that means only we cannot say that this is the problem and that's why this is we are facing. We have to rectify the problem and we have to find the solution of the problem, and we have to say that this should be and this we have to get. So that's why this narrow view of economics, under this head, this explanation is given that though he regarded economics as a positive science, but it is not always positive science, it is normative science also. Then second point is restricted subject matter of economics. By restricted subject matter of economics, he tried to say that he has concentrated his study only the reallocation, since the resources are scarce, that means limited, and we have to choose that what to produce and where the resources should be allocated. So his concentration or his study was concentrated only that part only resource allocation. That means where to allocate the resources so that the output or the production will be maximizing. That I told, that economizing the resources. That means from there you will get the maximum output. But there are other problems also lies in the economics, that if there will be instability in the market, if there will be unemployment in the market, or what will be the national income, then because time to time when discussion or was going on, so different parameter also came that this should be also discussed under this economics. So since this economics definition, these things are not included, that's why this second point of criticism came, that it is a restricted subject matter of economics. Then third point is static definition. Now by static definition, he has tried to he is criticized on that ground that he has considered only the present case. That means whatever the resources are there, the resources are limited, and that we have to allocate. But time to time you can see that there is a growth, or the resource, or by their efficiency of the whatever the resources are available, we can increase the efficiency of that resources, and by increasing we can increase the output. That means future aspect he has ignored. So that in that sense it is static. That means the dynamism, that means the change in the process, that is not been discussed in his definition. That's why future growth he has ignored. That time to time, whenever innovations are there, the new technology will grow up, and the factors which are being used, they can produce efficiently the product, the goods or the services. In that, nowadays you can see that different technology, new technology are coming out. So that part is not being discussed under his definition. That's why it is called static definition. And fourth one is economics as a science. Economics as a science, when he said this was also criticized under this way, that science means only usually we say that in science what happens, that by observing, by experiments, different laws are formulated. But here in economics, we are not only tool maker but tool user also. That means we just not only formulate the law, we implement against this law. If there is any problem, then in economics some policies are taken to rectify the problems, or if any problem is there, or to improve the condition, different policies can be taken. So that is in science it cannot be done. So that's why under this ground, that if laws only there is not laws, there are policies also. Under seeing the laws, there we imply in different kind of policies also. That's why it is not only science, other aspects are also there. And fifth point I have written, that economic problem may not arise from always scarcity. So his definition is based on scarcity only. That means the resources are less in amount, that's why our problem. But it is not always the case that economics problem may arise due to scarcity only. It may arise from the overproduction also. You may have seen that in 1930 USA faced recession. That means there was a Great Depression. That means deficiency and demand, and that was there was the problem of overproduction, but demand was less. So for that reason, the problem of depression, and many people lost their job. So that was also a very much difficult problem that faced that can be faced by an economy. So that is also a problem. So always scarcity is not economic problem. So based on this, a new definition is arised, that is growth definition, and that we will discuss in the next video. So based on this, that means that static definition is a static definition, and it is not only the scarcity is the problem. Based on two criticism, new definition, that is growth definition, has been discussed, and that will be the last definition, and that is only accepted by everybody at last. So that we will discuss in the next video.